Woo! Oh, what a day. God, can I walk? Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the transparency. Yeah. Literally just got out of the courtroom about, I don't know, 8 minutes ago. I had to get to my hotel room and grab some stuff. Coming back over here to the courthouse. Literally no breaks. Okay. We had one 10-minute break to literally go to the bathroom and come right back. So that's what I did. We went all the way through, no lunch break. I think that break was at 12:30, 1 o'clock. I can't even remember. My brain is fucking fried. Legit fried. I sat next to AB, Andrea Burkhart. Who else? Yeah. And then Lawyer Lee was right in front. We were all pretty much together waiting to go in. Everybody was awesome. No labor laws in court of law. Again, I don't know. Richard Allen, first time seeing him in street clothes, aka he had basically he had like a suit and tie minus the jacket minus the tie. So he had his button up on and his pants, and he's really skinny, well shaven. There's actually a new mugshot. You guys can check it out because he was transported last night, yesterday, to Allen County. So there's a new mugshot. Hi, Lana. Sounds like you were in good company. Absolutely. So all the jurors have been selected. The way they do it here is like you're actually selecting your main jury first, your jurors first, and then everybody that's going to be like the last four, those become your alternates automatically. So, which actually makes so much sense. You're picking your jury, you know what I mean? Then we pick the alternates. But there is a question mark on one of the jurors, so it might go back down to 13. Again, I'll talk to you guys all about the whole jurors, all that good stuff, but woo! Oh, you must be exhausted. Judge calls a cruncher. Something like that, I don't know. You guys, I have so many funny stories to tell. Like, first of all, this is how me and Andrea Burkhart did it. We, at the end of each round, well, I'll tell you how the rounds worked and stuff like that, but I picked my people and she would pick hers, and so we would like document, and then we would see like who they would pick. But it was 12 people were in the box at the same time, and so you had 12 people in the box, and then let's see, 9 times 5, and we had 45 people that were sitting to the left of us, and then so we were all the people on the right hand side in those rows. But yeah, so each side had 30 minutes to ask their questions. So the prosecution went first, 30 minutes with just the 12 in the box. But the people that were waiting, they're waiting to go. So they could hear everything. And then 30 minutes would then go for the defense. And then we didn't get to hear, it wasn't like TV. We were like, all right, I want to just go ahead and just kick out 12 right now or kick out 14, or that's not how it went. We didn't get to hear all the whole talking about using any type of challenges or anything like that. It was done. Both sides had to submit, and then they went up, talked to the judge. Like I said, I'll talk about that a little bit more, but I got some funny ass stories. Woo! When I say I have some funny ass stories, Yellow Jacket, so excited for your reporting, Lana. Yeah, everybody has their own juror's card, okay? And some of these answers, guys, I mean, it's one guy was like, I'm blind, I can't see out of my left eye. Like I have a bleed right now. I really don't want to go blind. I have an appointment. And they're like, okay, I got to go see my wife. She might have cancer. And I'm just saying, like, these are like automatics. Like, okay, yeah, come on, guys. You can't make these people. The guy can't see out of his left eye. He's gonna be looking at evidence, and the one lady's like, I can't remember anything. My daughters always have to remind me of stuff. Like, I just don't think that I'm capable. I don't like. This is way too much pressure. I mean, one girl was just sleeping through the whole thing and just waiting. You know, I just my brain's on overload, and I'm thinking like, you should be able to get out of being on jury duty for a murder case if you're blind and you can't like. And then these other people were like, they're like, I'm in so much back pain, I can't even sit here. The one guy looked like he was gonna have a baby because he was in so much pain. I thought maybe we had to give him like an epidural just to take it to be able to sit there for. It was insane. But a bunch of media's out here. Everybody was awesome. Everybody was really kind. Everybody was nice. Nobody was fighting. It wasn't like that at all. It was very classy and respectful. And the news girls are awesome. The locals here. Where are they? Everybody couldn't wait to get out and go get a drink. How'd you guys do? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about that? Do you think that one juror, like, somebody has a problem? You know that? I think it's that girl. I think it's the last, that blonde that she was like, I saw her mouth. She's like, fuck. I know. She's like, yeah, that's what she said. She's like, I hear my fucking life, fuck. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we'll see. All right. Are you leaving? I'm just letting my brain, like, whoo. So I will say that I know for a fact there's at least one black male on the jury. Like I said, I have all my papers. I'm just, woo. So you guys have such an initiative thought. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not kidding. They asked him about it. Oh, Nick basically was like, can we approach 5 different times? Can we approach? Wait till you guys hear what he was trying to compare stuff to. You guys are going to die when I tell you what this man was fucking comparing shit to. I mean, it was wild as fuck. Like, literally, he didn't like. I'm speechless over his little petty shit. Like, how do you gonna say, could we approach in the middle of their, like, it's their turn. You just had 30 minutes uninterrupted. Give them their 30 minutes uninterrupted. He was interrupting Baldwin, like, oh, can we approach? Dude, the defense brought it, man. The defense brought it, that's all I gotta say. Wild. Am I going to come out liking Gull after this? I don't know. I thought she was fair about. Okay, so there was 56 people in the first batch. It was supposed to be the first part of the day. Dude, we only got through 52 jurors because they go in like batches of 12 and both sides get 30 minutes, so that's an hour. Then they get to like have their little time to like huddle up and like decide what they're going to do. Then they bring it to Gull, and then of course they're going back and forth. We don't get to hear that though when they're challenging shit. I do make a note when Baldwin really wanted to get somebody, I know exactly who he wanted, and they challenged it. I knew that they would. I wanted the girl too. I think if there's a couple moms on this case that have already been selected, I really feel bad because like they're like, we don't have childcare, but like they will make really good jurors. I just feel like, but I'm also like, fuck, who's gonna watch their kids? Like, they're explaining this, like, and still nobody understands what the burden. Like, I do not get this. I was loving them because these people are getting tested left and right and they don't even realize they're getting tested because they're saying one thing, and then when they would ask the question like a different way, then you could totally tell like they don't get it. People thinking that Richard Allen has to testify. It's like, what the fuck? If you just sat there and said the burden is on the state, and like, why? Like, if they didn't meet this burden, why would Richard Allen have to testify? Like, the defense doesn't have to do a damn thing. The burden They have to meet this threshold. People do not get that. People do not get that, and the defense ran from those people. I'll tell you what, nobody got on this jury that I was just like, how did that happen? Like, how is that person? No. Nobody got on this jury that I wouldn't have wanted. Like, there was no compromising, like, oh, we got to take this person. No. Again, I'll go through all this stuff. It's wild, though. But Nick is absolutely that dude. Nick is that dude. Andrea took great notes. Lawyer Lee, me, Andrea, Lawyer Lee, we literally like this triangle, and we have mounds of notes. Like there was no stone unturned in that courtroom. Not a single stone was not unturned. It was definitely turned. I could tell you what everybody was pretty much wearing, what celebrity they looked like or didn't look like or try to look like. I wanted some people to probably be on the jury just for if it was a movie, because it'd be they'd be funny. But how tight were Nick's pants? About as tight as his brain. You guys, he was comparing. He's like, hey, you guys, I'm a lawyer, right? Does anybody in this room doubt that I'm a lawyer? That's how he opened it. I'm a lawyer, right? Does anybody in this room doubt that I'm a lawyer? You just know that I'm a lawyer, right? Because I'm here. Anybody want to raise their hand to say they don't believe that I'm a lawyer? And I'm just like, what is he doing? He's like, it's just common sense, right? That if I tell you that I'm a lawyer and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm here and I'm a lawyer, right? And Baldwin was like, all right, I got your fucking lawyer ass. Here we go. Hey guys, I want to tell you about a story. Somebody from our office once, they pretended to be a lawyer, okay? And they were able to trick not only just our law firm, they were able to trick the judges. They didn't really have a bar license and they were using a fake one. Nobody knew about this for a very long time. This person is just practicing law without a license. Okay, so they acted like a lawyer. They thought they were a lawyer. They dressed like a lawyer, but guess what? They weren't a lawyer. And I'm over here like, what the fuck is going on? Why is he opening like that? He's like, it's just common sense. You just have to it's some things we don't want you to check. You can't check your common sense to the door, okay? And I'm just like, wow, this boy. And then Baldwin kind of wet at him. The other one that Nick did is he's like, all right, my next analogy here is, all right, if you leave for spring break, and that's where he totally messed up to begin with his stupid little analogy. He's like, if you leave for spring break and you made a snowman. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. He said, no, if you leave for spring break and there's snow on the ground, okay? And then you come back from spring break and there's a puddle and 2 twigs in the middle of your driveway. What do you think happened? You guys don't know, right? Okay. Now, what if I told you that you come back from spring break, before you left there was snow, and you come back and there's a puddle, 2 twigs, and a carrot. What do you guys think? And he's like, all right, now the next clue is that you leave for spring break, there's snow on the ground, and you come back and there's a puddle of water, 2 twigs, a carrot, and now a top hat. And then he did it one more time, then he said a scarf. And then he said, all right, now we just have a sign that says Frosty. Where did it take you to realize that it was Frosty the Snowman and that somebody made a snowman? What? The one friggin' juror said, well, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't believe it because Snow? Right when I'm leaving to go to spring break, I just wouldn't believe it. It doesn't snow when I'm about to go on spring break. Dad, I died. I was like, fuck yeah. Put that right in his ass. Dad. I'm tearing off my shirt and running through traffic right now. Wait, what? Take pictures, girl. You are lying. I'm not lying. He repeated that fucking story for every group. Like, the first ones didn't hear it. I can't believe he asked the jurors the same thing from the other case. Oh, yeah. And then this one lady just cracked me up and she's like, what? And he's like, well, maybe I should change it up. Maybe I shouldn't say it's spring. I mean, just wild, because this woman was like, well, I just really wouldn't believe it, because if I'm going away on spring break, I definitely would. I mean, snow? Shit, you guys. Lana, we need more reporting like this. I mean, and so Baldwin and Rossi they're like, this boy's up here trying to compare oranges to apples. Like, so Baldwin went and stood behind Richard Allen and was like, this is Richard Allen. This is not a snowman. Like, was humanizing him and saying that, like, we need you guys to open up your hearts, and we need to know if you guys can be, if do you think he's innocent? Do you consider him innocent right now? And here's Nick. May I approach? And it's like, what, he can't stand behind Richard Allen and humanize him and say, like, oh, it was so great, though. Props to Baldwin. Learn about my channel, I cuss. Let's see. I mean, I have, like I said, this is all, like, documented and all tons of notes. And let's see. I really appreciated the fact that all the girls that were local reporters here, they didn't just go in for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They were there the whole entire time. I thought it was awesome. Okay. So if you were there the whole entire time, you actually heard all of it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like this. That's what you call, like, fair and unbiased reporting, is like getting the whole story. They stayed in there the whole time. I think just maybe a couple different times they may have dipped out if they did like a cover story, like during the middle of the day. I don't know if they did. I'd have to go and see, but everybody that was mainstream, that you consider mainstream, they did great, I thought. So if their reporting is scale, if it gets skewed once I get to see it, and I have no problem calling people out when I'm like, dude, that wasn't what happened in that courtroom at all. Like, I have no problem saying that. So I'll wait to see the reporting of it. But like I said, everybody was awesome with each other. There was, like, I truly get the feeling and vibe that, at least for the girls that I saw and the guys, they feel, I don't get that sense of bias reporting that everyone's over here thinking like Richard Allen's guilty. I don't get that at all. But again, I'll wait and reserve that judgment until I see the segments. Okay. We didn't get the snowman story for mainstream. You guys didn't? Oh, I have way more. There's more stories, you guys. One of the guys is like, you're not changing my opinion. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You don't understand, like, and it was, they did a really good job about that, though, because they wanted to know why he felt that way, but you have to, like, do it strategically, because they also can't talk about the case too much. You don't want somebody just blabbing and, like, so that your jurors hear this crazy stuff. At the 12-something mark, the first person blurts out, well, I don't know if I could be on this case because I heard cults and stuff like that, and I have no idea, like, she's just like, I got no idea what's going on, but I heard cults, and I was just like, oh, there's our first culter. That was the only person that said that. I bet you mainstream media is probably reporting on the fact that there's a lot of people that got picked connected to cops or something like that. Is that like a thing that's going around mainstream media right now? Is that it's pictures of people or people that got picked that are like these cop relations? I'll tell you this. Nobody on that jury is a strong male presence with cop ties. Okay? It was one of the women, like I think her son was a police officer. Like I said, I have all my notes, like, but I bet you that's probably like what they're saying on mainstream media. They said at least 2 have police officers in their families. We'll break that down. Let's see. Listen, there was 2 girls that I said there's no way they can get on this jury. Like, there's just no way they can get on this jury. They were all buddy-buddy, really pretty, 2 pretty girls sitting. I mean, I know they're jurors, numbers and stuff like that, but they were just too close. Like the way that they were, like it's like they instantly buddied up, and I was like, they can't be forming alliances. I was like, hell no. If those 2 girls get on this jury, there's an alliance right there that you don't want, because the one girl used to be a paralegal. Boom, one of them doesn't even get picked. I was like, thank good Lord. And then the other girl that got picked, that's the one that said, she's like, I can't be on this, she was just like, family hardship, blah, blah, blah. I can't be on this. I got a kid, blah, blah. She gets picked and she's like, fuck my life, fuck. That's what she mouthed. She was the only one of those 12 in that batch that got picked. She said, fuck my life, fuck. And I think that that's the girl that I would not be surprised if she started crying or something like that and losing it. They're reporting that as of now, there are 6 men and 8 women. Let's see, at the end of the first round, they're like, boom, they came out swinging. I don't know if like how it worked out. Maybe they put them in a certain order that, well, let's go with people that you guys already like, because then maybe we can get this over quicker, That's kind of what because it wasn't like they just went in order from 1 through 600. They were in a random order, so it would be like, here's your first 12 coming out. It wasn't like numbers 1 through 12. I think they were in order based on how they filled out their questionnaires. That would make the most sense for like judicial economy. So out the gate, it was like me and Andrea looked at each other and I was like, holy shit, wow. It was 4-2 right out the gate, first round, 12 people. So 6 people got picked out of those first 12, and it was 4 women, 2 dudes. And then every round somebody got picked. So like then it was round 2, so we're at 6 people right there. And those are automatically in. They're not alternates, they're automatically in. And so then round 2 came, and it was it evened it out. After that was bathroom break after round 2, so it evened it out, almost evened it out. There's our girl right here. She's a slam. Hold on. She's legit. This chick's legit. Like, she's real.
And I'll finish it up with, thank you. Thank you. Great.
Yeah. Good coverage?
Thank
Good.
you.
Are you coming back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be back here tomorrow.
All right, cool,
yeah.
Cool. And then, me and that chick, you could totally tell that, like, these girls know, like, you can't let idiots on the freaking jury. and their answers are just like, yep, the one time she turns around, she's like, yep, she just cut her throat with that answer. And I was like, yeah, I was like loving it. I was like, see, like, you want your reporters to get it like that. So, let's see. It was 4-2. Then it was 7-4. So the next round went 1 woman, 2 dudes. So it was 7-4. 11 people picked after the first 2 rounds. And I was like, damn, you know? But it makes sense now, like thinking about it, if you're putting your best candidates to go first. Landed in an alliance. I'm just aligning with everybody. What's up, Miss Potts? Let's see. Oh. You guys, my notes, though, are off the chain. It's in terms of, like, there's going to be shit that you don't even want to know, but it's on there. For example, this morning when I was checking to see, like, the crowd flow, I came over here the first time with no bra on, so I said something like, oh my God, my tits are just flapping over here. Like, Jesus, Santa. Not realizing, like, hello, what's going to be it for life on my thread. So it was 7-4, girls to guys. Then round 3, it went from 11 to 13. So they took 2 people, and it was box seat number 6. Oh yeah, that's the round that Baldwin wanted 2 of these people, and I knew who he wanted. He wanted, sitting in the box was, I said 4, 5, and 6. Like, that's who boom, I would take those 3. And I believe that's why it took forever. Nick used his challenges, I'm telling you, on those 2 girls. She had served on a jury before, and she was answering stuff like, you know, no, the burden stays there, and like, this is someone, it was, you could just tell she knew what she was talking about. So that would have been, it was 7-4. So then it went 7. It went 8-6. What are they saying it's at right now? 8-6. Yeah, because I was waiting and then I just feel like everybody that the defense wanted, in terms of whoever you would want, these people were people that were like, I don't know why the prosecution would want somebody that doesn't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, this one girl, and I just hope she never watches my thread. Holy fucking balls, woman. I don't know what the fuck you do for a living. I don't know what the fuck box you live in, but girl, you need to get out and pet fucking some donkeys or something. I don't know. You need to get in touch with reality. She was like, I don't know, I'm just like really articulate. And it's like, what are you talking about? You're talking in circles, woman. You're not articulating anything. You are just making no goddamn sense. Just woo, like out there. And she's just like, I know. She was contradicting herself all over the place. And then she's just like, I just think that I'd be just, it's just so hard. And these people were wild, guys. Some of these people were absolutely wild. So does it continue tomorrow? Yes. And actually, I think it's going to be over during the first batch. And I think that I'm trying to see if they're transporting Ricker Allen over here to move him, because he has to come up out of here and go to the jail. But yeah, I think it's going to be down at the round 1 tomorrow. And then they're going straight into the motions. So they're handing all the pretrial motions. I'm telling you though, this whole sequestering, I think they need some extra alternates. This one girl I was hoping that got picked, she was so like with it and businesslike, and they said, has anybody been to jail before? Has anyone been to prison? And she raised her hand, and I was like, holy shit! I was like kind of shocked. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, this is why you don't judge a book by its cover. She raises her hand. And then he's like, oh, jail or prison? She's like, both. And I was like, oh, damn, girl, okay. And I made a note, and I called her Orange is the New Black, Alex chick. That's when I named her, and I was like, God, I want her on the fucking jury. That's who I know Baldwin wanted. And that's who I believe Nick used his fucking one of his challenges on. And when she raised her hand and kept it up for prison time, and I was like, come on, Baldwin, ask her what the fuck she did. I just wanted to see how of a badass she really was. Oh, what's her name? Jen, the other attorney. She basically put Nick in his place too. I loved it. She said, okay, guys, you're going to hear from expert witnesses, right? Now, just because they're an expert, let's say that I'm holding up this book right here. And this book says, this book is, what color do you guys think this book is? Well, let me stop you right there. She's like, if an expert witness comes in here and tells you that this book is red, what color is this book, guys? They're all like, it's blue. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like liar, liar. The pen is royal blue. She's like, now, if an expert witness says something and you're looking at it and they cannot back up the facts, like this one expert's going to come in here and tell you that she's never wrong, that she never makes mistakes, and that she's the person that finds everybody's mistakes. But when they try to tell you that book is blue and it's red or vice versa, how are you going to be able to stand up and say, wow, that book is fucking red? Nick is like, immediately, may we approach? May we approach? You guys, the best question that was asked, and to hear these people's answers, was this. Both sides, before anything got started, had a 5-minute just to like give a rundown of the case, okay? And this one woman raises her hand and she's like, I just have to tell you, I thought I had formed an opinion because Richard Allen looked really scary in his photos, and he looks nothing like that here today. And he doesn't look scary at all. That's what she said, quote unquote. But he just doesn't look scary at all. And so like, I feel like that my mind could be totally changed. I was like, oh boy. I was like, damn. Cute little old lady. I was like, I named her like one of the Golden Girls, one of those chicks. Then, oh yeah. So they're like, okay, it's murder. What kind of evidence do you expect to see? And if you didn't see that, you'd have a problem. Everybody said DNA. Everybody's like, DNA, the murder weapon, phone data. And I'm just like, everything that the state doesn't fucking have. Ah! It was wild. Everybody wanted, like, it was about physical evidence. Like, you ain't got no murder weapon. Okay. Oh my God. People were like, we want motive. We want motive. And then Nick's like, we don't have to. That is not our burden. Nick is just losing it. That is not our burden. Well, I want to know why somebody would do something like this. People just go into schools and just shoot it on up, but this seems way different than that. Spot on, lady. Exactly. Keep on thinking like that. But yeah, and it was like repetitive of, so everybody had to say what they would like. What's your end all be all? Like, what do you need to see? What do you need to see? And DNA, murder weapon, physical eyewitnesses, it on camera. like, I mean, what do you think you would have to try to convict somebody of murder? Dude, those answers were fucking amazing. And I'm just like, wow, everything that the state doesn't have. Hey guys, Jonathan Rich is here. Hey boo, how was your day? My day was fabulous. I haven't ate yet though, so I think about my day. It's loud as hell. I was blown away by those answers because I knew he was like fuck in his head. And it's like, okay, what are you going to say? What are you going to say, Nick? You don't have DNA. Oh, and then Jen, the attorney for the defense, was like, how would you feel if there was DNA at the scene, but that they messed up so bad that it was unrecognizable? Or like it was like, you couldn't use it. How would that make you feel? If there was DNA, but they handled it so poorly that nothing could come from it. Just dropping bombs. They don't have a burden to prove motive, but it doesn't hurt. In Nick's opening 5 minutes, what they are about to try to say happen, I think, is different than people were planning from my experience in that courtroom. I'm curious to hear how Andrea, what she has to report on that. What did you, they didn't feed us? They didn't let us leave? We were held captive? Did you really leave a phone on the bushes? Thank God I didn't, because there was no breaks. You guys, no lunch breaks. We went all the way through. They gave us 10 minutes to fucking pee. Like, that wasn't even enough time to have a quickie in the bathroom, okay? Best I can do is identify DNA, not matching. They gave us 10-minute break for the whole day from, and I have to think about this. I was sitting out here at whatever time, 6:17 in the morning, until, I'm still going, haven't ate. What else? I'm gonna go to this pizza place right here. I'm gonna do a shot on camera. When are opening statements? Great question. So I think it's gonna be all handled tomorrow, which is the last round. I think that they're probably gonna get through. Maybe it takes two. Who knows? Maybe I could tell the quality was going down. So I'm guessing that they put this in a certain order. That's just my thought. But anyways, so they're doing motions tomorrow. So right after they have their jurors, then they're going to swear everybody in on Wednesday. And then they're transporting everybody, or I'm sorry, they're swearing everybody in on Thursday. And then they're going to clarify everything tomorrow with would opening statements be on Friday or would everything start on Monday. So some of these people were hilarious though, guys. They're like, I don't have a car. I can't get anywhere. They're like, we're going to transport you. Oh, okay. Well, where are we? I don't have any people. I don't have any family that lives there. Oh, we're going to take care of that too. Pretty funny. They're saying she insisted opening statements won't start until Friday. Yeah, that's 100%. That's 100%. That's the truth. And that's because she's doing on Thursday swearing the jurors in. And that's something that's happening on Thursday. Because I'm under the impression, are they swearing the jurors in Allen County and then taking them to Delphi? And then that's what she was trying to say is, I don't know, but she has to swear the jurors in front of Richard Allen. Pint and slice is what I thought. You guys, my head though, these juror cards are going to come in handy though, because the juror cards can literally then, throughout the trial, making notes on those juror cards how I did it, and so it just will continue to go on and on and on, versus like me writing on like a notepad, like all the way through and taking notes like it was like in a lecture today. I did it, and I look like a crazy person, you guys, like fucking paper everywhere. What's that? You guys serve alcohol here? Oh, sweet. I'll get a beer. Can I get a Bud Light?
Yeah, can I see some ID?
Fuck yeah, you can. You hear that? I got carded.
You said you wanna...
Yeah. Actually, no. Do you have any... Yeah, actually, give me a White Claw. The mango. You really need to see my ID?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Thank you so much. Here it is.
Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're 21?
Don't I look good for my age? Thank you so much. Some jeans, I tell you. It's my parents.
Anything else for you?
Got carded. Take that.
Do you just want the white claw or do you want something else?
Oh, yeah, just a white claw.
Okay. 632.
Oh, did I get my card? I threw it out there. Oh, no. Oh, no, here it is, honey. Sorry.
You're all good.
Man,
I'm gonna prompt you on the screen.
okay. Do you have to sign or we're good? I don't need a receipt.
Okay.
Thanks.
Do you plan on drinking it here? Do you want a door cup?
Oh, how does it work? Can I drink out there?
Are you from town?
No.
Okay, so you're allowed. So we have the whole alley and then these front two tables out there. And if you want to go any further than that, I'll give you a cup.
Okay, have a cup?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Kind of stupid, but it's like a profit thing. Like all these businesses give these cups.
Oh, yeah, we have this at home. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So it's legal then, right?
Yeah, it's legal.
All right.
As long as you're in the designated spots, but it's pretty much like
I follow the
2
rules.
blocks over all the way, but
All right.
yeah.
Mm.
Where are you from?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Where at?
Columbus.
Columbus.
You know it. C-Bus, baby. Thank you so much for your help. What a cute little place. Woo! Just so you guys know, I feel really good about the jurors. I'm saying worst case scenario, hung jury. Worst case scenario, hung jury. I'm telling you, it feels so good. You don't understand. These people are going to lose their minds when they see that there is. Wait, they're like, well, we don't know what someone's alibi is. We want to know. Oh my God, Bob, guess what they said? They're like, this one guy, and he's on the jury. He's like, I mean, what's the timeline here? He said the timeline. I died. I was like, fucking pick him. Picked. I was like, oh my God. I think he's gonna have a super strong voice in the jury room too. He's a professor. I'm not gonna lie, I was nutting over it when he got picked. He was in the third group, and it was him. He was sitting next to the 2 girls I wanted, and I know that the one girl though, like, she was like really hardcore. She's like, man, if I didn't have my child, you don't understand. But did someone say attack the timeline? Well, that juror just said like, yeah, what's this like? I mean, timeline. Trying to think about. And yeah, he got picked, and he's Let me tell you something. I was trying to pay attention to like who I thought was like possibly like a stealth juror, and you guys will see it in my notes. You guys will totally see it, and where I'm like, dude, this person's saying stuff. They're like trying too hard, talking about this one time they got in trouble and the prosecutor really fucked up their case, and I'm just like, excuse me, like, why would you even mention that? But he's like, but I mean, when I say mess up, like, I don't know, he just like, he wasn't honest with me, and then he passed it on to a different prosecutor, and I'm just like, what was it, petty theft, misdemeanor? Like, of course you probably didn't give a shit about it. But he was the victim. He's like, but I was the victim, and like they weren't even telling me anything. I'm like, and then Nick's over here like, but you're not gonna hold that against me, right? And guess what? He got picked. Okay, I got my eye on him. Because Nick shouldn't have wanted anything to do with him, and Nick picked him. Unless Baldwin and Rozzy say one day that they picked him, I'm telling you, I think that was the longest. The third group was the longest deliberating over because they like went up and they had their picks, and then they had to go back to their respective areas to like, because somebody vetoed a bunch of shit. And I think that was the round that hella challenges were used. Because I'm telling you, Baldwin wanted that girl. That had been to prison and jail. And she's like, oh God, it's such a difference. Like she knew her shit. The Jewish mother that I am is so concerned. You need. Oh, don't worry. I'm having a big, fat, juicy steak. Okay. I'm not eating a piece of pizza because I want to have like a good meal. I don't want a slice of pizza. And it's like, come on, you guys. So guess what? We have this at home too. In certain areas, like, look at this. Is so legal. You can come over here, and you could be outside. And you could walk the alley. And I bet you there's bars on this side. And so, like, where I'm from, like, they have certain areas where it's like this is all legal. And you just have to have it in your respective cup. So in case you guys don't know about that lifestyle, I'll tell you all about it. What else? Oh, okay. So this is a funny moment. Now you guys know I love my African American friends, and I couldn't understand one of these guys for the life of me, and I think that I can throw down. And I was like, holy shit, I can't understand a word he's saying. And then he started cracking me up because then he's like, now I'm a preacher's son. And I was like, pick him, he's a preacher's son. He didn't get picked though. He didn't get picked. I was like, I can't understand a word he's saying. And then he's like, now, let me tell you something. I'm always usually on the other opposite side. I'm usually over there sitting where he is. He's like, I was a preacher's son. I was still making some bad decisions. And I'm like, oh, pick him. But then he didn't understand burden of proof. Like, he didn't understand, like, I don't know. I think he looked at it like all the shit he ever did. He was always guilty of the shit he did, you know? Hey, yeah, man, I'm guilty. A lot of people were like, well, Richard Allen should get up there and testify and say that he didn't do it. Because if I didn't do something, I'd be screaming it from the rooftops. And I was like, epic fail. Run from those people. I am deceased. Yeah, that's how I took it. He's like, just being blunt over here, just telling you guys how my day went. I'm guilty, no burden needed. Yeah, I'm telling you, because their answers were just like, you thought like you had somebody right here, and then a question would be asked, and then they open up their mouth and say something that's just so just like, wait, how did you give that previous answer if you just said this? Like, in the hardest thing for people to understand was the whole like, Nick was trying to make it seem like that there's just no big deal. Like, hey, if it all just makes sense, I put on a suit today and I went to work, I'm a lawyer. And Baldwin was like attacking the fuck out of that analogy, because I would have too, because it was bullshit. But he was trying to make it just seem like it was, you know, he didn't talk about the things that you would think that you would talk about if he truly wanted like a jury. He's just expecting these jurors to just say guilty. He did ask, he's like, do you expect us to just solve this case like CSI in an hour? I'm like, not an hour, but not fucking 7 years, and you have nothing. So, you guys, I'm telling you, I'm feeling good. Thank you for the laughs and walking tour. Oh, you know it. Thank you, Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket, you can come up on my panel and be eye candy anytime, okay? All right. Well, and I mean, of course, we could talk about the Delphi case. I think it's better if you guys ask the questions. It'll help jog my memory. It's kind of like a survey. So that's kind of how I want to do it after I eat. Like, I'll go live again with my notes with Hector shining down on the notes. But I'm telling you, Lawyer Lee took great notes. Andrea took great notes. Andrea's going to be here for the duration of the whole entire trial. I'm just probably going to be able to do 2 or 3 days per week. There's a reoccurring theme. Baldwin and Rossi kept saying, can you wait? Are you willing to wait? Can you wait for us? It was like very similar to like what kind of, maybe Karen Reed's defense was saying. But they asked those people those questions like, after you hear everything they have to say, okay, are you going to wait for us? Like, are you going to wait and listen to what we have to say? And then the best question came after people said, like, obviously yes to that. Then the question came, which was fucking genius, and whoever put it in this order was really, really smart. And they said, well, but if, they get to go first, and at the end of when they go, they have to meet this burden. And if this burden isn't met, what if I didn't say anything? Rosie was like, what if I don't say anything? What if we just sat there and didn't say anything? How would you guys feel about that? And not a single person said, well, you don't have to say anything if they don't meet their burden. Everybody was saying this, well, God, it's your job to say something. You should be defending him. You should be, it's your job. It's your job. It's your job to defend him. Oh, wait, I think I'm outside this. Hold on. Yeah, I'm outside. See right there? Gotta stay inside the... So it was a really, really good setup. It was a perfect setup. And that's when I turned, and me and that girl looked at each other, and we said, boom, we just caught that girl just slit her own fucking throat with her stupid ass fucking answer. It was great. It was so well played, because it was like, what if we don't do anything? Like, literally, and the answer to that is, the only acceptable answer to that is, well, wait, what do you mean? Like, do you think that Richard Allen has to take the stand? If we don't say anything, like, but they don't meet their burden, like, at the end when they go, you're going to already feel some type of way based off of the evidence, right? But if that evidence isn't meeting this standard, what if I don't do anything? What if I don't say anything? What if I just sit there? So, it was a really good mindfuck question, because they mindfucked the shit out of them, and I knew it. I saw it, and I was like, yeah, bye bye, sayonara, peace out. Yeah, well, it's a really good way to figure out if these people know, like, yeah, or is that guy innocent? Well, because after what they say, this is how, like, let's see how you feel, and how would you feel if this, like. And that's why the question was asked, like, what do you need to see? What should they be showing you so that you would feel that this person's guilty? Like, what do you need? It was interesting. All the way around the time. Hey, what's up, heavy metal? Lana. Lana, go across the street and eat at JK's. You will love it. Well, now that I know it's going to probably be a light day tomorrow, I'm going hard tonight, y'all. Y'all didn't think I was going to get in. I just laugh at that shit. A whole lot of people have doubted me, but that's always what gave me my hunger. Hold my beer, bitch. Watch me. Ah! You're too short to play basketball. Okay, watch me. Lana, take care, please. I'm always going to take care. You guys, I'm like JLR. I got to use my hand right, though. Hold on. Welcome to Fort Wayne. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could see any jurors. I know what every single juror looks like. It's embedded in my brain. Like, one girl, I had to name her, like, pink hair because I didn't know what else to call her. She didn't get on. I knew she wasn't getting on. But wait till you see me and Andrea's picks, because they're exactly like, we're basically calling it live. It was pretty cool. Who we were picking, they were picking. I'm telling you guys, Nick doesn't have a case. They were talking about Nick's opening statement were 3 things. He's like, this case comes down to 3 things, guys. Bridge guy, bullet, and what was the 3rd thing he said? Did mainstream media talk about that? His 3 banger. And you're crazy as to get in. You know it. It's wait, JLR and Magnolia are driving down the road now? Oh, I can't wait. When I see JLR, guys, I'm going to jump on him. I'm gonna say, Daddy, get over here now. Get over here, world's Sue happiest man ever. Shit. You guys, can you just see me tackling JLR? Next at 5, local YouTuber runs and tackles another YouTuber. We thought it was a brawl, but really she was just so happy to see him. Let's just say this, you guys. We would never want to go the route of a jury. If how I'm feeling right now about the jurors, like, there's a couple people when they were asked, like, what's, like, when you think of murder, what do you think of, like, and then a couple people when they, you know, they immediately go and they said, well, a loss of life. And so, but anybody that was saying that answer first to me, that's going like victim heavy first. That's where my brain went. But I mean, yeah, murder is loss of life. So Magnolia, you guys, yeah, please smash that like. I mean, I don't even know. Terry, $5. Thank you so much. I'm trying to go through these. Jen, love you. Thanks for reporting. You know, it's just gonna be the most unbiased reporting ever over here. I'm trying to think. I'm trying the person I like. Kind of, they're just like this one guy. RSD, Dream, Subaru, Peggy, new member. Thank you so much. Yeah, I got to think of the third thing. And he said, this all comes down to 3 things. And it was bridge guy, bullet, and what did he say? That was like that's the first thing he opened up his mouth with. And so like, but it should really set the tone of like, it comes down to bridge guy, bullet, a bullet that was found in between the girls like, you know, and fuck. I mean, obviously I have it at the hotel, but confessions. There it is. I think it might be confessions. I don't know. You know what? Did he say confessions? I don't know if he said confessions. Now that I think about it, more like, I don't know if he said that. Did he say that? Does it come down to bridge guy, bullet, confessions? But Baldwin got to go right after him on their little opening 5 minutes, and Baldwin was masterful because I think it really bamboozled people when he's like, we're gonna hear about these confessions, and maybe it was confessions, and he's like, you guys know that song by Usher? These are my confessions. I'm just totally kidding. Baldwin did not say that, but I really wish he would have. He says, what you just heard the prosecutor say, how the girls, like, basically the way that they were unalived, when Richard Allen is saying that he took a gun and before he killed them, he raped them and then shot them, all in the head and then buried them in a shallow grave. That's not, like, that doesn't match the evidence at all. Okay. So you have to remember that when you're going to hear this stuff, take it into context, like, that nothing that he has ever said matches anything. And so the big thing with that line of questioning during the 30 minutes of each round was to ask people why they would ever say something that wasn't true. So, that he confessed to things he never did. Yeah, but more importantly, that it was in the manner that it does not match the crime scene. It does not match the evidence. And I think that when you want to look at people and they hear that, it's just like, wait, so these people, when everybody thinks that they confess to it, oh yeah, no, I did it. That's not, and that's what Baldwin was getting at. And he did a really good job of it. And he said, no, Richard Allen just didn't say, he's giving these detailed, elaborate examples of what he did. And that's not even how the girls were not shot in the head. The girls were not raped, like stuff like that. Thank you so much, Crystal C. Thank you for all of your hard work. Who's 100 miles away? TLR, cheers. Baldwin told them he was being tortured for months prior. Yeah, for 4 months. Yeah, they talked about false confessions. These are my confessions. What else, guys? All right. There's a nice little hour for you to take that. Let me go eat. Let me call some exotic dancers over, and then I'll go live in a little bit. Okay, peace. I don't know if he used the word torture. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna look at my notes again about that. But hit the thumbs up, please, and then come back and join me. Hit that notification button. That way you know that we can catch it all. You can all be in chat together and discussing whatever. Nothing matches. That's exactly right. I'm telling you, the stuff that they said that they wanted to see in a murder investigation to convict somebody of murder, the stuff that they were saying isn't there, you guys. So it's, but never mind. Never thought it would go to trial. Yeah, it's here. All right, guys, take care. Peace.